Well, if you clicked to watch this video, I hope you are very excited because you should be. I'm excited. This Corsair plane is the same brand of the little Eachine P51 that we featured on the channel, under $100, and it flew amazingly well. This is the same brand, same make, but a very different model. This is the Corsair, it looks so good. The P51 flew amazingly well, completely ready to fly with a USB charge cable. The battery fits right under here, comes with a spare prop, landing gear if you're taking off and landing on a paved runway, but since we're flying on grass today, we're just going to do a hand launch and belly landings. Abby flew the P51. She continues to fly the P51 and loves it, so I really see no reason that this won't be just as awesome. We're going to fly it and let you know if it's worth your hard-earned money, but I highly recommend you go ahead and pull up the link because these will probably sell out really fast. The P51 sold out overnight. I don't think this will have a problem doing that too. Let's fly. Not bad. I pulled up on the elevator a little too hard. So this is a self-stabilizing, very easy to fly little airplane. Here we go, just on our maiden little pass. I'll go up a little higher so it's easier for you guys to see. Check that out. I'm literally hands-free right there on my very first pass with it. That's how easy this is to fly. It flies itself. That's so awesome. It's just like the P51, but this is the Corsair. And in real life, the Corsair didn't fly as well as the P51, so I was a little worried this might not perform as good, but look at it go. Now, remember this little tip. When you fly for your first time, this switch on the top needs to be pulled all the way up or towards you. That is for beginner mode. You don't want to accidentally have it pushed down or away because that's advanced mode. And when you do your very first takeoff, having it in beginner mode is going to be super helpful to get it in the air because this stabilized mode, you can do this. Totally hands-free. I'm about half throttle.
When it's in beginner mode, you'll hear the servos trying to self-level while you hold it, right?
That's right.
In advanced mode, you won't hear that.
That's how I knew which position the switch should be in. I actually started with the switch all the way back, and I was like, okay, I gotta pull this forward. It's the opposite of most hobby grade radios, and some guys actually set their radios up to be this way. Okay, so we've got our beginner mode that almost flies itself. All you have to do when I'm turning is just using that right stick, banking and pulling back some just to give it a little bit more lift, and then I just let it level out. Beginner mode is that easy to fly. Let's go to intermediate. We might be able to pull off a loop in intermediate. I think we will be able to. And throttle up. Oh yeah, there's a nice little fancy loop. Kind of wonky, but we got it because of the wind. And can we do a roll? No. So in intermediate, just like the P51, it will let you do a loop. So you can pull all the way back on the right stick, throttle up and do a loop, but it won't let you bank all the way over to do aileron rolls. By the way, this is a 4-channel airplane. It does have rudder, elevator, aileron, and throttle control, which is so cool. And if you count the flight modes, then that would be like a 5th channel. So this is really advanced and flies amazingly well and looks really good in the air for the price.
All right, let's do advanced.
Okay, here we go. So it was all the way, let me gain a little altitude just to make sure it's gonna fly fine. It's a little bit windy out today. I don't recommend that you guys fly your first flight on this in wind if you're a beginner pilot, but a beginner could totally fly this. There's advanced. We should be able to do aileron rolls. Maybe not. Did I? I forgot it already. I went back to beginner mode. See? That's just the way it's supposed to be set up.
Okay, now go to advanced.
We can do tighter loops.
That looks way better.
Yeah, and let's see. Okay, if I panic, I just throw it back up. See, I was getting a little farther away, so I threw it back up into beginner mode and it self-leveled for me. Let's go back to advanced and level out. Come on, little guy. I want to do an aileron roll. There we go. There's a roll. It did it. Nice. Just took a minute to get used to that. Nice roll and throw it in beginner, and it saved it for me. That is so cool. Let's see how slow can we get it to fly. There's 0 throttle. Need to maintain about 10 to 20% throttle to keep it in the air. Nice slow pass. This thing looks good. I like the yellow on the front. And now you guys ready for a full throttle pass? Now our setup came with 2 batteries. One battery was hiding in the airplane when we got it, in the battery container. Here's full throttle pass. Actually sounds pretty cool.
Do one more.
Do one more going this way. Sounds pretty cool. It's pretty fast if you want it to be. And the other battery was hiding in the back battery compartment where your AA batteries would go in your radio. The radio only takes 4 AA's. And a lot of people will ask, Nate, what's the range on this? How far away from you can it fly? The range on this, because it's 2.4 gigahertz, is almost unlimited. And I say that because your line of sight, your eyeballs, could not see this fly farther away than what the range would allow. Don't take the old batteries from your TV controller. Get some new ones in there, and they'll probably last you all summer. And flight time, we're all gonna find out together, because this is gonna be one full flight with you guys. We're gonna fly this.
All right, I wanna fly.
You do? Okay, all right. Well, you might not have a ton of flight time, but let's get a nice smooth landing. There we go. I knew you couldn't resist. So Abby launches the complete opposite of me. I'm right-handed, and I like to have my right hand on the control stick so that I have more control as soon as I let go of the plane. Abby's also right-handed, but she just launches that way. She has more faith in the auto level than me.
I just know that this plane, because it's just like the P51, is gonna start lifting with the throttle.
It did, didn't it?
Yes, it did. I had faith. I don't like throwing planes with my left hand.
I don't either, but I've gotten used to it only because it works if you want to have your right hand on the control stick. That's why I do it. So what do you think? A few seconds in hands, but...
Super easy. Just as easy as the P51.
Yeah.
Flying just as good as the P51. At least for me. I mean, I'm just in beginner mode right now.
Well, and it's fun to fly, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Yeah, because with the bigger planes, I feel like I have to fly way higher. But this little guy, I like to fly it lower. Although I'm staying above the tree line for the sake of the video right now. The lighting's kind of wonky out here. It is.
Right now everyone's kind of looking at a profile, aren't they?
Yeah, the sun is not shining, it's behind clouds, but the sky is so white. So then you have to make the ground dark, and yeah.
Camera stuff. Camera stuff. We do all manual controls on our cameras. Well, you're doing a good job. I had no doubt though.
All right, I'll take it up into advanced because it seemed like medium was just not worth it.
Intermediate is good if a person is progressing, but Abby does know how to fly a little bit, so it sounds like you're up in advanced already. Nice stunt. You are cooking that throttle. Oh, I didn't even catch that. Good save. Abby's a much better camera person than me.
Nate's a much better RC pilot than me.
Woo! And if you panic, just throw it in beginner mode.
Trying to get a good roll.
There, nice. I caught that. That was really good.
All right, back in beginner mode.
It's just fun, isn't it?
Gain some control.
I think we both feel the same way about the P51 too. We both enjoy flying it in beginner mode because it's just enjoyable, relaxing.
You just get to like putz it around.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. It flies good when you're cooking it and you're in advanced, but I think it's really enjoyable to watch it fly a little bit more scale.
We'll do some right hand turns.
Oh yeah.
Get a little crazy.
Hey, anybody that's ever flown, we all prefer our left-hand turns.
Why is that?
I don't know. Just easier.
I guess it's easier to push in on the radio than push out.
That makes sense.
With your thumb?
That makes sense.
Maybe, I mean, we're thumb flyers. I don't know.
Yeah, we are both thumb flyers. Would you guys believe this, to our more advanced pilots that are watching? Would you believe that Abby and I both do not fly with any expo? To our beginner guys, sorry, we'll get you caught up someday, but Abby and I don't fly with any expo. We also don't turn on any kind of dual rates or anything like that. All that fancy stuff, we just don't use it. We also don't fly with lanyards around our necks. A lot of people do. Nothing against those of you that do.
Uh-oh.
Ah!
See that? As soon as I clicked it back into beginner, it leveled out. That was a little long.
Now this plane also has a stunt button. You can just press that button and pick a direction and pull off. There you go. Abby's doing it right now. She did some rolls with the stunt button.
Where's it going?
Yeah, they have kind of a delayed reaction or something. It's kind of goofy, but it works. Pick a direction. Pick it. There you go.
Direction.
See, it'll roll itself. So you can fly it in beginner mode, hit the stunt button, and then pick a direction, and it pulls off a barrel roll. Perfect,
That's cool.
actually.
That's nice.
Nice and level.
I've been cooking it at full throttle that whole time.
This has a long flight time for the size of plane, and you've got the second battery as well.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, Nate, while we were at the airport the other day, we were talking about AMA, the Academy of Model Aeronautics, and
yes.
You said you had some stories to tell. So I thought maybe now while we try
fly to the right of the field, and I'll show everybody. Okay, so everyone check this out as Abby's flying over there. There is a building right here. See that AC unit on top of the building? Well, we had a club member here that smacked an airplane into that AC unit. It was actually a different one years ago. But because he had AMA, they stepped in and helped cover the cost of replacing the damaged or repairing the damaged AC unit on top of the roof. I have personally witnessed AMA coming in handy for a fellow club member here, and I just think even before I knew about that story, I never would imagine flying any RC of any size or any type, be it a drone or an airplane or a helicopter, without having AMA. I've had AMA as long as I've been an RC pilot. That's one story that I wanted to share with everybody the next time we were at the field. And since we're here, I'm glad you remembered that, Abby.
Yeah, and this is an AMA sanctioned field, so we are safe to fly here. So that's really cool.
Right, basically no matter what. Like if we were to crash this airplane back into a car over there or something, you know, I mean, accident, of course, we would be completely covered, and that's really relieving to know.
And if you guys want to learn more about the Academy of Model Aeronautics, we'll have their website linked in the description box below, where you can learn more about the benefits of becoming a member.
We've always promoted safe flying, and I think it's just time to start educating everybody a bit more on flying as safe as possible. Nice loop, Abby. Nice power loops. You're going for infinite. Oh, save it. Good job. She did 3 full throttle power loops there.
Wonky.
And then threw it back into safe to save it. Good job. There's this little fly bugging me.
The batteries, I can't believe this comes with 2.
2 batteries? I would like to fly it some more, but I will let you finish the battery out because I get to fly all the time.
That is true.
Yeah. So it's a Corsair. This is your first Corsair ever flown.
Actually, no,
right.
That was a Hellcat that I crashed
That's
into
right.
the ground. So yeah, this is my first Corsair.
Yeah, I've owned another Corsair or 2, but I think you just didn't have the confidence then. Now you're like, let me at those controls. Well, it's just easy to fly, right?
It is a little, you know, it's not like this is a super expensive plane, but your other Corsairs weren't very expensive
No,
either.
like 120 bucks. One of them.
Still, like, watch.
What, are you gonna hit the ground? Yeah.
The prop just fell off.
It snaps right back on. Okay, so Abby's holding the plane. She just walked back.
Snapped open, and then the prop just
pops off.
Yep. There you go.
And now you should just be able to launch it and take off again, yeah? Yep. Oh! Good save. I don't think the focus is as good here now. No, let me get this fixed. And okay.
Alright, Nate, let's switch.
Yeah, mid-flight. We can do it. Okay, I'm gonna zoom out. Camera's rolling. I got the controls, you got the camera? Yeah. Isn't that really cool? You can smack this into the ground. What you did was you throttled up a little bit, you pushed the nose down. I know it was insane.
It had no throttle though when it hit the ground.
You killed the throttle last second.
Yeah.
And the nose hit pretty good and the prop snapped off. And it does come with another prop, but these are designed to pop off in a crash, and that's really cool. Same with the P51. This thing just feels really good to fly. Very, very efficient on that battery too. I think the P51 probably got close to a 20-minute flight on our video, And you and I, when we go take it out to fly, we never ever deplete the full battery just because we've always got more things that we're flying too.
Well, we're at like a 14-minute flight time.
That is just crazy. Well, you know what? Let's land this. Let's get a nice smooth belly landing. And I'll tell you what we'll do is in our pinned comment and by the link where you can buy this, we'll let you know what the total flight time was. So we don't make this like a half-hour long video just to drain that battery out for you guys. So awesome. Smooth belly landing. Here we go. Oh, not too bad.
Nice.
Well, this is a huge 2 thumbs up in both of our books. I know you love this thing too, Abby.
Oh yeah.
We absolutely recommend it. I don't care if you have 10 or 20 airplanes and they're all hobby grade, or if this is your first plane ever, you deserve to treat yourself to a nice, easy to fly plane.
We're gonna have to fly this one and the P51 together and see who can shoot the other down.
Let's do mini combat with our GoPros sometime. That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Okay, we can do that. This, guys, will be linked in the description box below. You totally need to pick one up. To those of you that are first-time flyers, plug in your battery first, then turn your radio on. You'll notice the plane's not going to do anything. That's because you need to throttle all the way up on the left stick and then throttle all the way back down. It's going to beep, and that's going to let your motor turn. If you pick the airplane up after that and it's doing that, then it's in beginner mode, auto level stabilization. If it's doing nothing when you twist it around like that, it's in advanced mode.
What does it do in medium, intermediate?
It twitches, but I'd still try to put it all the way in beginner, upper position, because you want that auto level on your takeoff. It really does help. Don't want you to crash on your takeoff. This is amazing. We had a great time today. Abby, you got to fly too. I'm so happy about that. Stan will be happy. He's always pushing for you to fly.
Yeah, Stan.
One of our top tier Patreon supporters. Guys, just the world and the awesomeness of this hobby and getting to share it with you guys. 99.99% of the people that watch our videos are just the most positive, best people in the world. And we thank you guys so much for all of that. We thank God. We just couldn't do this without the big guy upstairs or our Patreon supporters. We want to thank each and every one of you guys for all the love and support that you send our way. We sincerely thank you from the bottom of our hearts, whether you're a $1 patron or more, or if you're even just a free viewer and you've smashed the like button, we thank you very much. Well, if you missed the Eachine P51 legendary video, we'll have that one popping up right about now. And if you're not owning either one of these, you need to pick one up for sure, whichever one's your favorite. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.
Bye.